Hello my babes out there, and welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, thank you so much for watching today. In today's video, I'm going to be playing with some products from the new collection from Oden'S. This is their Norn series. So I picked up two of the mini palettes, I picked up the big palette, and two of the highlighters in the collection. So I thought I would just do some swatches, do some makeup looks, and let you guys know what I think of the collection as well as Oden'S. So if you are interested in seeing all that, then keep on watching. Alright loves, I hope everyone is well. As always, it has been really crazy over here in my world. The last few weeks have been quite stressful, and with what's been going on in Texas with the weather and the winter stuff, it's been crazy. And like, we had no power, no electricity during that time. All my packages got delayed, so all my filming got delayed, and I was also going out of town, so everything got scratched from my plans for the past 2 weeks. So this video is getting posted a lot later, and there's tons of reviews already on this collection, but I thought you might still be interested in seeing the looks that I decided to create with this collection, as well as, you know, my thoughts and my swatches, I don't know, or just to hang out with me for just a little bit. But I still wanted to film this video because I was so excited about this collection. I was like waiting on their page for this to go live so I could pick them up. I didn't pick up everything. I will like show pictures of the things that I didn't pick up from the collection, but we're gonna do all that. So Oden'S is a Swedish indie brand, and all their products are themed with Nordic mythology, and I just love that. I was really into mythology in high school. So the Norns series is from Norse mythology. It says there were 3 sisters that weave and guide the web of fate. They also attend the spring of life that supports the world tree. The Norn sisters are the most powerful being in the cosmos. So they made 3 little mini palettes for each sister. There was one mini palette that I didn't pick up because the color story was a little bit too neutral for me. But let's start off with the first mini palette. This is the Urd. I think that's how you pronounce it. This says it's the past, so she lends her name from the Well of Fate. So this is what it looks like. Let me get the prices for you guys, but look at that packaging. Isn't that absolutely stunning? And this palette goes for $21, and this is a green lover's dream. Do you see this? This is like my favorite out of everything, but that is so pretty. It's like this like olive green and like this kind of deep shimmery green. I love this in the mint, so pretty. So I picked this one up, and then the next sister was Bordandi, and that is the mini palette that I didn't end up picking up, which was also $21, and she represents the present, which is the symbol of the process of becoming. And then the last palette in the little mini series that they did was Skud, which is the future. So here is what it looks like. Skud, also such a pretty packaging. And then this is what it looks like. This is an all shimmer palette, which you guys know I love my shimmer, so I have no problems having an all shimmer palette. And all of these do have that little split pan, but those are the 2 that I picked up. Then they also released a bigger palette, and this is called the Norns. So this is featuring all of the sisters on the front. This one, the bigger palette, is $36. Look at that packaging. And then this is what it looks like inside. And when I saw this color story, I was like, yes, the cool tones, the jewel tones in it just really spoke to me. It's very different from their other like larger palettes that they have in this format, but that is so gorgeous. And I love like the little different like design, like this little swirly stuff here is so pretty. Oh, I cannot wait to play with this. This one has, was it 16 shadows in this one. And then in the collection there were 3 highlighters, so a highlighter for each sister as well. These are $24 each, and these were handmade, and each design and each highlighter is unique because they hand press this. But this one is the Veil of Future. This is the Mesmerizer, and this is what it looks like. Do you guys see that design? That is so pretty. I love just, oh, I can't wait to dip my finger in here. And then the next one that I picked up was the Web of Destiny. And then this one looks like it's going to be like a pinky peachy highlighter. But look at that. The pattern in here is stunning. I think they did such a good job. But that was everything that I picked up from the collection, all the prices and everything. So now let's just get into the looks. I'll probably start off with the big palette first, and then we'll go into the mini ones. Okay, so the first shade I'm going to use in this look is this brown right here called Pragmatism. And I'm going to start that in the crease. Ooh. It's definitely more pigmented than I expected it to be. Okay. Alright, cool. So I'm just going to use that as like the beginning transition. Okay, I think that looks good so far. So I'm going to get a smaller blending brush. I'm gonna use this one right here. I gotta clean it off. I really need to wash my brushes. So I'm thinking now I want to use Outsider, this one right here, to like deepen the outer corner. I love that there's like deep shades in here. And see how that works. It's very pigmented but also very blendable, and I'm not really experiencing any fallout from the shade, and shades typically like this have a lot of fallout, so it's really nice. And then I'm going to take some of that down here since we're using the shade. Alright, so now I'm going to go back into the brown shade and just blend the edges. Okay, so I'm going to get this pencil brush right here, and I'm going to go into Pragmatism, the brown, and use that on the rest of the lower lash line. Okay, that looks good so far. So I'm going to lay down some glitter primer from NYX, and then we will do the rest of the look. Okay, glitter primer is down, so I'm going to start off with the shade Chameleon, or Green Chameleon, and using the same brush I laid down the glitter primer. I think this is a Kaleidos brush, and I'm gonna start right here. Oh, I love a good green shimmery shade. Yes, green shades always have my heart. They really do. So I'm going to now go into this orange shade. I feel like that would be fun. This is called Glamour. It looks like an orange with like little gold specks all throughout. And I'm going to use that in the inner part. I don't know. I felt like doing something different. I wouldn't typically think to put this in the inner, but I thought it'd be a good change. Yes, that flows so nicely into the green. So let's now do something in the inner corner. So now I'm going to take this little swirly shade right here. This is called Amber Palace. I think that would probably work really well as a inner corner highlight. Hopefully, we'll find out. So I'm gonna just pop that in here. Ooh, yes. It's like a champagne-y shade. Or it looks like it's gold, but with like little silver specks in it. I think this look came out really nice. So I'm thinking this is the time I'm going to go off camera now, do some wing liner, something on the waterline, something on my lips to finish this look, and I will be right back. Okay guys, this is the finished look. I love this so much. I think it's different from what I would probably normally do. I don't know, like incorporating the orange is something different for me. So I decided to go in my waterline with this Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil and Starfire. And then for my lips, I am using one of Oden'S lip stains. This is the Elva Matte Lip Stain in the shade Ripe Papaya. It's a orangey, deeper shade, and I thought it looked so good with this look since it's a little warm tone, it's a little fiery. And then for the wing liner, I use this right here. This is called the Dragon Liner. I actually don't remember what brand this is from because I don't see the brand name here at all, but I will try to find the information on this and I will also link it below. And then for mascara, I'm using the YSL, the Shook mascara in the travel size. But that is how I finished the look up. Hope you like it. So now let's get into look number 2 with this palette. So I'm thinking I'm gonna actually start off with Mist, the purpley matte that we have here, and I'm gonna go and put it there. Ooh, yes, a nice little purple. It's going on super pigmented. I'm gonna get a more dense brush, and I want to use this matte black that's in the palette right here. This is called Colorful Black. What a name. It has like a little bit of shimmers in it, like really fine shimmers. Ooh, there's definitely kick up in the pan with these shades. So I'm gonna dust off the excess just to avoid having any massive fallout from it. Okay, a nice little deep little black. I feel like there's like a little sheen to it. Like there's something different about this black shade. So I'm thinking I'm going to get a small little fluffy brush, like a small little one like this. And I'm gonna use that very light gray called Days just to blend out the edges. And just to say that I used it, I feel like this shade is just really too light to really show up on the skin, but it makes a good like blendy shade. So let's do the lower lash line. I feel like I want to do something different on the lower lash line, like a pop. I think I want to use Hallucination on the bottom just to have a little pop of teal. Doesn't that sound fun? Let me wet this brush because I don't want to have too much fallout when I put that on the lower part. Yes, this is pretty. Can you guys see? I always have a habit of looking down when I'm doing the lower lash line. This is so pretty. I really like that on the bottom part. So now let's work on the lid. So I'm going to get some glitter primer, the NYX glitter primer, and I'm gonna lay that down really quickly. So now I'm going to take a little bit of this Obsessed shade, which kind of looks like somewhat of a satin, and I'm gonna use that in the closest part to the black, just as like good like transition shade between the shimmer and the matte black. And it matches the purple matte so well. Now I'm going to take the shade Optimism, the like silvery shimmery shade in here. This is so pretty. It looks like it has like a little bit of a gold shift to it. Wow, that is so bright. Wow, these shimmers in here are really, really pretty. I am going to use the shade Pink Chameleon for my inner corner highlight. Ooh, that's gonna look good. I know it is. All right, so this one, I'm assuming might have like a pinky shift. Ooh, yes, and it feels really creamy. Woo, yes, do you guys see that? I hope it's translating on camera. It has a strong red shift to this one. It's super vivid. Wow. It reminds me of that shade that people always talk about from Terra Moon. What is it called? Like Red Giant. And then I have a shade from Sydney Grace called, I think it's called Red Mist. Now I'm going to go off camera, do something in the waterline, get some wing liner on, mascara, you know the spiel, figure out something for my lip, and I'll be right back. Alright, so I haven't zoomed you guys out yet because I realized I haven't used any of the highlighters yet. But for my lips, I did go in with the Oden'S Eye, one of their matte lip stains. This is in the shade Perfect Plum, which is a cool toned, like purpley plummy shade. So I thought it looked perfect with this look. And then I went in with some wing liner. This is from Sugar. And then for the waterline, I went in with this Melt gel liner in the waterline here. And this is called Slate. It's one of their ultra matte gel liners to go with like the tealy shade on the bottom. And I think this is fun. It's interesting. It's different. I love the vibe. So let's use the highlighter really quickly, and then we can move on to the next look. So I'm thinking leaning to this like lavendery one, the Veil of Future. So I'm going to get a dense like brush like this. This is from Colourpop. I got this so long ago, and I'm just gonna dip in it just a little bit. Is that translating on camera? Ooh, this is pretty. It has like a goldy shift to it. So yes, that was the Veil of the Future highlighter Even though my skin is looking so terrible right now, it's a really pretty highlighter. All right, guys. So I think I'm not even going to take time to zoom you out. So let's get on to the next look. So I think I want to do like a giant wing and like put the shimmers over that. So I'm going to use this About Face Fluid Eye Paint. All right, so I'm going to get this little angle pencil brush and create a wing. I'm going to attempt to do this. I've never done this before, but I've seen many YouTubers do it. So I'm going to start something, I guess. Just map it out, I guess, is what they do. Does that make sense? Whoa, okay, I did pretty good on the first try. This is what I'm thinking. I'm just gonna have it wrap all the way, and I'm gonna just fill it out. I think that's pretty good. Wow, look at me, go me. Now, how well am I gonna be able to get these sides to match? Yeah, that's another story. All right, now I'm just going to fill it in and just spread this around. I do want to lay down some glitter primer down on this shadow just so they stick better. So I think I'm gonna start off with the blue, actually. Yeah, let's start off with the blue. I'm just literally winging it. I don't know how this is gonna come out, but I think it's gonna be really cool. Oh, there's a little bit of fallout from that. I'm gonna try to make sure it just matches everything. So now I'm going to go in with Futurism. And I'm gonna lay that in this part. This is looking so cool. What do you guys think? Am I doing pretty good? I feel like I'm doing a pretty good job. So I'm gonna use the, I didn't even name the shades to you guys here. So the outer part is Dream. The green is called Futurism, and now I'm using a Fantasy in the inner portion. And this is the Squid palette, if I didn't even mention that in the beginning, because I'm all over the place. Whoa. Okay, so this, I feel like it's almost more of a satin. It's like a periwinkle, but it has like a silvery kind of taupey vibe to it. It's like a little, it's different. Alright guys, I zoomed you out a little bit. I actually decided to finish up the look off camera because I was just taking forever all over the place. But I did go in with a black pencil in the waterline and tight lined with it. I don't want to add anything else on the bottom part because I want all the focus to be right there on the lid. Like, look at that. That is stunning. I love this look, and I think I did pretty good trying this technique for the first time. I mean, you guys can let me know in the comments below if I did pretty good or not. And then for the inner corner, I went and used the other highlighter from the collection, the Web of Destiny, just to have something bright in the inner corner. But let's get on to the last and final look number 4. Anyways, so I'm going to play with the Oud palette now. I think that's how you say it. So I'm going to start off with Nostalgia, and then I'll probably use Memory like to blend out the edges. And then we will go from there. Oh, yes. I love these kind of colors. This is blending out really nicely. It's a really pretty color. I love it. So now I'm going to take a little bit of Past, and I'm going to use that to deepen out the outer corner. There's definitely kick up in the pan, if you guys can see. It's just one of those, you know, formulas where it is very soft and pigmented. So you definitely want to dust off the excess. All their like shadows are pretty much like that in terms of the mattes. Okay, so now I'm going to pretty much mimic what's on the crease on the lower lash line. So let me get a small brush. So I'm going to start off with Nostalgia on the lower lash line. So now I'm going to go into pass and use that on the outer corner. Make sure I dust the excess off so we don't fall out too much. So now I want to start off with some glitter primer. You know the deal. I'm going to do that off camera and I'll be right back. Okay, so the glitter primer is laid down. So now I'm going to go into Luxury. Yeah, so it looks like it kind of has like a black base to it. That is beautiful. Now I'm going to take a little bit of this shade right here in the split pan called Golden Year, and I'm going to use that on the rest of the lid. It looks kind of like a bluey silvery shade. Now I'm going to get a little pencil brush and I'm going to go into Time right here, the icy shade. It looks kind of chunky, but I did lay a little bit of glitter primer right in the inner corner just so it could stick better. This is really pretty. It's a white iridescent shade, but it has like little gold specks all throughout it. I don't know if you guys can see it on camera, but it's really pretty. It makes a really, really pretty inner corner highlight. Oh, I think this is such a cool look. Oh my god, I love this. Okay, so I'm gonna go off camera and get some liner, do my mascara, figure out something for the lips, and then I'll be right back and we can try out the second highlighter on my face. Oh, okay, so off camera, I did a little bit of a wing liner with the Lunar liner from Serie Botanicals, and then in the waterline I went in with the Colourpop gel liner in the shade Prance, and then on my lips I am using one of the Elva Cream lip stain, and this is in the shade Lady Camellia. So now I want to use the other highlighter I didn't use in any of my looks. I think it was this one right here that I haven't used yet. This is the Web of Destiny. So I'm going to take this dense brush and I'm just going to lay it right there. This one definitely has like a peachy pink vibe to it, but it's very pretty. I don't know if it's translating on camera, but it's really, really pretty. I probably went overboard with this highlighter, but this is because I really want you guys to see. It's super pretty. Anyways, guys, that was all the looks for this video. Let's jump into my final thoughts and everything. Alright guys, it is time for my final thoughts, and I am in love with this collection. I'm sure it was very obvious when I was creating my looks that I was loving everything, but I knew I was going to love this collection because I tried their Elva 2 collection, which I thought was super stunning. I loved the formula, so I had no doubt that I was going to love this collection even more, especially because the colors are way more up my alley. I like cool tones, I like jewel tone shimmers, but I'm going to just break down each of the products so you get like the full info and my thoughts on it. The bigger palette, the Norns eyeshadow palette, is very beautiful. I love the versatility of this palette. If you like bigger palettes and you like to have more color options, then you would probably love this one. The formula is really good. The mattes are pigmented, but they're also very blendable. They are powdery, so there is kick up in the pan, so there's chance for fallout. So you might want to do your eye makeup first before you go into your face makeup. That's just something to note, or definitely like kick off the excess off your brush. The metallics in here are more textured and they have a lot of shimmer, but there's a little grit to them, so you definitely want to use a wet brush or a tacky base or like some kind of glitter primer to put them on if you really want to maximize the shimmers in here. There are some that are different that don't have that texture to it, such as like these two here are more creamy and more smooth to the touch. And then there's 3 satins in here. So this is more of a satin, this one, and this one. So if you don't like satins, you might not like that, but I don't mind satins. I feel like they're very versatile. They can be used on the lid or in the crease. And then the matte black has a little bit of a sheen to it, so it does make it very blendable. But the shades are really pretty, so if this color story speaks to you and you like bigger palettes, then I think you would really like this one. And then for the mini palettes, if you like smaller palettes, you like more curated palettes, you like more monochromatic palettes, then I think you would really like these ones as well. The Oud palette is great if you love green eyeshadows, or this is like shadows you don't have in your collection, or these are just stuff you always wear on the eyes and you just really love the color story. I think you would love this one so much. This one is my favorite one out of the entire collection. And then if you just want metallics, like you want to try Oden'S metallic formula, or if you're just a shimmer lover, then you would probably really like the Scoot palette, because it's an all, you know, shimmer metallic palette. All of the shimmers are more of that textured shimmer that's super sparkly. The only one that's a little different is this fantasy shade. It's more creamy, more like a traditional metallic. It's like a periwinkle with kind of like a taupey silver shift to it. It's really pretty, but I just think all the shimmers in here are absolutely stunning. And then in terms of the highlighters, if you like the Colourpop Super Shock shadows, not the shadows, the Super Shock highlighters, then you would probably really like the highlighters in this collection. They're more creamy to the touch, almost like a putty, slightly. It's just one of those creamy highlighters that go best on with like a finger, a sponge, or a super dense brush when you're putting it on the cheeks. Like if you use a really fluffy brush, I don't think it's gonna pick up any of these highlighters very well, but they're super nice. They're super high shine. I mean, you can see it here on my cheek. This one right here, the Veil of Future, is kind of like a goldy to lavendery kind of color. I think it pulls more goldy on the cheeks. And then in terms of the other one, the Web of Destiny, this one is definitely more of a pinky highlighter, and that's the one that I have on my cheeks. But that is my entire thoughts on the collection. I think everything was great, and if anything speaks to you, I don't think you would be disappointed picking up any of those items. But let me know in the comments below, did you end up picking up this collection, or are you planning to, or was this video helpful or not? I would love to hear from all of y'all. And if you're new here and you like fashion, makeup, beauty, and all that fun stuff, please hit that subscribe button and join this little family we got going on. And don't forget to check out the description below. I'll have the entire collection linked below, as well as discount codes if I can find any for you guys if you want to pick up any of these items. Also, my contact information will be there, my email, as well as my Instagram handles. I have 2 Instagram pages. I am Breezy Lifestyle and Breezy_Beauty. If you want to join my Instagram fam as well, I would really appreciate that. And then if you did enjoy this video, please give me a thumbs up. And I think that was everything. I don't think I forgot anything. But guys, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. I just hope you are doing well wherever you are in the world, and just sending you love and light. But until next time, bye guys.